Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello friends. A quick announcement before we get into the video. I'll be taking a step back from doing these quest style videos for the immediate future. I don't find them particularly enjoyable to create and edit, so I'm going to stop doing them. Let's get into this video so I can show you some solutions. For Common 1, we are asked to use characters without bolter or power damage. I set up here with Vindicta in front of the triangle. She uses her active from her starting position and then repositions to nuke the other bloodletters. Thaddeus gives her a slight damage boost through his passive. The guardsman deals some minor damage to us before Nicodemus heals our characters, Vindicta repositions, and Thaddeus finishes the fight. For Common 2, we have to use non-flame damage characters. We turtle into the bottom left corner on turn 1 and let the enemy move towards us. On turn 2, Burchard's active kills the bloodletters and makes room for Nico to heal our squad up. Bellator summons in the top left Terminator, and God's Will kills one of the bottom right Terminators. Really, that's it in terms of key sequence of moves. After that, you just stay healthy and finish up, a phrase I'll be using a lot for this healer-centric quest. For Common 3, we use non-flying characters. Varro moves forward first and uses his active on the bloodletters. Burchard moves up and uses his active too. This kills off a bloodletter in case you had a low roll on Varro's active. This leaves room for God's Will to move up and solo kill Volk. Certus kills another bloodletter, and we reposition Nico. We heal Varro on turn 2 and use Burchard to attack the Terminator on the left high ground, dealing splash damage onto the guardsman. That's as much as you need in terms of key sequence. After that, you just stay healthy and finish up. Uncommon 1 is no resilient or psychic damage. Vindicta torches the north group with her attack, and Thaddeus kills the guardsman on the bottom. We have a few more turns before we have to finish, so you keep nuking groups of guardsmen and healing with Nico before ending the fight. Uncommon 2 is no Adepta Sororitas. Bellator flies into melee against the two Havocs to eat their Overwatch attack. This does far less damage in melee. Burchard follows behind them and does a basic attack on the left Havoc, which does splash damage to both. Varro then does a basic attack on the same group, and Nico finishes off a Havoc, and then Bellator adds a summon to the battlefield. That's it in terms of key moves. After that, you just stay healthy and finish up. Uncommon 3 is no flying. We send Burchard up the middle to take the damage power up and leave the rest of our squad in the bottom right corner. On turn 2, Burchard attacks Archimatos with a normal attack and spreads a bunch of damage to the Terminators and also turns off their Terminator armor trait. Cut then throws a grenade at a Terminator. Certus and Thaddeus finish Archie off, and that is the key sequence of events. Repeat after me. After that, you just stay healthy and finish up. For Rare 1, we have to use only healers. Incisors and Nico kill two guardsmen, and Isabella sits behind them to provide some out-of-turn healing. On turn 2, we reposition as shown, with all three healers claiming a bloodletter's skull. Nico and Incisors kill again on turn 3, and we use Isabella's active to heal up and finish the fight. Rare 2 is no blast damage. Thoriad moves to the left and God's Will moves to the right, killing the Havoc with a bonus hit from Thoriad's passive. Nicodemus follows God's Will and kills the remaining target depending on where God's Will's passive damage goes. Thoriad attacks the remaining Havoc. On turn 2, we use Nico's active to give our Black Templars a bit more punch. Thoriad finishes off the Havoc and we continue to whittle down the enemy forces. After that, you just stay healthy and finish up. Rare 3 is no flame damage. We send God's Will up the middle to solo kill the Havoc, and then Bellator summons on the bottom right. On turn 2, we reposition Nico and use his active on Bellator and God's Will. That allows us to deal with the bulk of the enemy forces, and we just stay healthy and finish up. Rare 4 is no physical damage. Thaddeus kills a guardsman and then God's Will deals with 2 bloodletters. Sybil doesn't add anything unique to this fight, so feel free to replace her. On turn 2, Thaddeus kills a Havoc and God's Will deals with 2 more bloodletters before Sybil kills the last one. From here we have 2 turns to deal with 2 units, so it's pretty easy to just stay healthy and finish up. Rare 5 is no power damage. Thaddeus moves to the left and attacks the right Havoc. Varro then attacks and kills it. We get a flee here, but if you don't, Incisors can move there and is insurance for that kill. Cut moves along the left and melee attacks the other Havoc. Nico follows behind, heals Cut and kills a guardsman. Varro uses his active on turn 2 and Thaddeus and Incisors kill off Harkin. After that, with 2 healers, it's pretty easy to stay healthy and finish up. Epic 1 is Blood Angels only. Lucian kills 2 guardsmen while Mataneo and Incisors hide behind him. On turn 2, Nico uses his active followed by Mataneo's active and a normal attack from Lucian. That deals with the bulk of the enemy force. We don't even need to heal up because the enemies attack our summon. For Epic 2, send God's Will through the middle to kill a Havoc. Vindicta torches some enemies and the rest of our forces settle into the middle of the map. On turn 2, God's Will repositions and then Vindicta torches the Terminators with her active and normal attack. God's Will and Thaddeus finish off the last Terminator. From there, it is pretty easy to stay healthy and finish up. For Epic 3, we turtle our units onto the left corner. Vindicta is the linchpin here, and Sybil is replaceable. The enemies deep strike into this nice line for us to attack. Varro uses his active to deal damage to them all. Vindicta remains stationary and her active and normal attack go onto Angrax. Thaddeus and Sybil finish Angrax off, and then you simply have to stay healthy and finish the fight. I always struggle with showcasing the legendary stages because everyone's roster is different. For this solution on screen, I have used characters at gold 2 and abilities at 35. The cornerstone of this strategy is reducing incoming damage on turn 1 with Thoriad's active. You're unlikely to get an exact replica of my run, but I've left it on screen in case it is useful for you. Okay, hope you enjoyed the quest. Thanks as always to my Patreons for the support. Bye for now.
Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!